The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad. Don't even try to hide it. No, I don't wanna lose it. And you see how it is, it's so inviting. The papyrus, we're all so alive. The papyrus.
We bring you the Papyrus TV news update. You're welcome. On the news, First Lady Remi Tinubu flags off distribution of professional kits to midwives. Tinubu administration secures 17 loan approvals from World Bank in 22 months. Tinubu inaugurates Afrexim Bank Trade Center in Abuja. Huriwa to Abure, obey Supreme Court or quit Labour Party leadership. Wike unveils strict new land rules in Abuja. ECOWAS court strikes down Kano's blasphemy laws, says they breach human rights. NRC suspends Warri Itakpe train operations after engine failure. The details. Senator Remi Tinubu, Nigeria's First Lady, has flagged off the distribution of professional kits to midwives in the Northeast as part of the Renewed Hope Initiative, RHI. The kits, which include scrubs and crocs, are intended to support midwives and encourage their dedication to improving maternal and child health in the country. At the event in Jalingo, Taraba State, Senator Tinubu highlighted the importance of providing health workers with not just skills and compassion, but also the right tools to carry out their duties effectively. The First Lady also announced a 50 million naira grant for 1,000 petty traders in the state, which will be matched by the state government. Meanwhile, recent reports have indicated that the Bola Tinubu administration has secured 17 loan approvals from the World Bank since its inauguration in May 2023, according to data from the International Development Association. The loans, which were listed under Nigeria's Federal Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, highlight the administration's continued engagement with international financial institutions to support national development projects. In less than 2 years, the Tinubu government has been actively involved in securing financial resources to address key national issues, including infrastructure development, economic stabilization, and poverty alleviation. These loan agreements mark a significant move in Nigeria's financial landscape under President Tinubu's leadership. Continuing, President Bola Tinubu on Thursday, 10th of April, officially commissioned the Afrexim Bank African Trade Center (AATC) in Abuja, calling it a monument to African ambition and a powerful tool for unlocking intracontinental trade. The AATC, built by the African Export-Import Bank, will house the bank's West Africa Regional Office, along with a conference center, hotel, exhibition space, digital trade gateway, and a tech and SME incubator. Afrexim Bank President Benedict Orama described the Abuja hub as the first in a series of trade centers across Africa and the Caribbean, aimed at reversing colonial legacies of fragmentation. He said the Abuja AATC will link directly with similar facilities under construction in Harare, Cairo, Kampala, Yaoundé, and Barbados. Orama noted the bank has disbursed $50 billion in Nigeria over the past decade, including in the healthcare, energy, and the creative sector, and is working on a $750 million African Medical Center of Excellence in Abuja. Represented by Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, Tinubu said the project aligns with his administration's economic diversification goals and the push to empower small businesses, improve regional integration, and harness digital tools for trade efficiency. In another development, the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, Huriwa, has demanded that Julius Abure vacate his position as Labour Party National Chairman, accusing him of openly defying a Supreme Court ruling that dismissed his leadership claim. In a statement Friday, the group described Abure's continued stay in office as a reckless affront to judicial authority and a direct threat to Nigeria's constitutional democracy. Huriwa called on the Nigeria police to enforce the judgment by removing Abure from the party's national secretariat and reinstating the recognized interim national committee led by former finance minister Nenadi Usman. The group also faulted INEC for inaction and urged the NLC, a co-founder of the party, to reclaim its leadership role. Quoting legal expert Dr. Monday Ubani, the group warned of the growing trend of political actors misinterpreting or ignoring court rulings for personal gain. The Supreme Court has spoken. Its judgment must be obeyed, Huriwa said, warning that failure to uphold the rule of law could drive the country into anarchy. Moving on, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike on Friday, 11th of April, introduced sweeping reforms in Abuja's land administration, warning that land allottees who fail to develop their plots within 2 years of receiving a right of occupancy, RFO, will lose them. The new rules, which take effect from April 21, 2025, also give allottees just 21 days to pay all required fees after an offer is issued or the offer becomes void. The reforms aim to curb land speculation, reduce racketeering, and boost revenue for infrastructure. The administration said delays in bill payments and undeveloped plots have slowed development and strained resources. On area council lands, the FCTA said only 2,358 out of 261,000 documents submitted since 2006 have been regularized. Now, all vetted documents must be finalized within 60 days or lose statutory backing. Wike is also launching a new titling framework for mass housing and sectional interests, which have long been neglected. Processing begins April 21, 2025, with developers and occupiers now required to pay long overdue government fees to secure proper titles. Furthermore, in a landmark ruling, the ECOWAS Court of Justice has declared that Kano State's blasphemy laws violate freedom of expression as protected under regional and international human rights treaties. The court ordered Nigeria to repeal or amend the laws, specifically naming Section 210 of Kano's Penal Code and Section 382B of its Sharia Penal Code. The judgment came in a suit filed by the Expression Now Human Rights Initiative, challenging the legality of criminalizing religious speech. While Nigeria's federal government doesn't control state laws, the court urged it to pursue political reforms aligning with its treaty obligations under the African Charter. The ruling reignites debate about the use of blasphemy laws in at least 12 northern states, where critics say they have been weaponized to silence dissent. The court cited ongoing high-profile cases, including that of Yahaya Sharif Aminu, a singer sentenced to death in 2020. Though his conviction was overturned due to a flawed trial, he remains in custody awaiting trial. The ruling amplifies international pressure, including calls from the EU Parliament to abolish Nigeria's blasphemy laws and release detainees held under them. Conclusively, the Nigerian Railway Corporation (NRC) has suspended services on the Warri-Itakpe route for 72 hours following a major engine failure that disrupted operations on Tuesday, April 8th. The disruption halted both the 8 a.m. Warri-bound train and the 2 p.m. departure from Itakpe. Emergency teams were dispatched, but additional engine issues delayed recovery. All passengers were eventually evacuated by road with security escorts. Some opted to arrange private transportation due to the delays. NRC spokesperson Henrietta Eregare said the suspension will allow engineers to carry out a full audit and fix technical faults. Affected passengers can claim full refund or revalidate their tickets for future travel. The NRC apologized for the inconvenience and pledged to resume safe, reliable service as soon as possible.
The papyrus, putting on my table every month. I don't wanna be sad, don't even try.